Everybody, we're going to tie Big Jim Leisenring's Black Gnat. I'm going to use a size 16 up-eye hook, Hidy style. Crimson silk, body of crow fibers, and a hackle of these purple black shoulder starling. There you see kind of where the purple black ones are, and they continue from kind of the shoulder top to sort of shoulder under the wing. And actually the bigger ones are under the wing. They're kind of hiding under there, and there are not many of them. And like all his patterns, we're going to tie in the hackle by the butt and the stem in the front with the feather out over the eye, wind back to about halfway. I'm leaving the tag there. I'm going to reinforce the crow with that. I don't think Leisenring or Hidy did that, but I'm going to do that because the fibers are a little fragile. So I'm taking 2 or 3. This is from a secondary wing feather on a crow's wing. I think I got 2 or 3 fibers there. They're pretty long, and I'm going to cut the tip off. We'll tie it in here, and I'm going to tie it in so that the part protruding there towards the eyes is kind of where I'm going to stop when I wind the silk back up. And I'm stopping at somewhere between where the barb would be and the point of this hook. And then I'm going to wind up forward, and I'm going to cover over those stems, and I'm not going to wind much further. That's kind of where I'm going to be. So that hackle is tied in just behind the eye, and I'm going to wind it back towards the meeting thread. So now I'm going to wind here on these crow fibers, not twisting. I'm keeping them flat as I go around, and that keeps them nice and fuzzy. Touching turns. And then we'll bind it down with 2 tight turns, and then 1 in front, and just snip off those excess ends. I'm going to take that tag piece of silk that I kept there, and I'm just going to reinforce it, wind up. Also leaves a little color there and shows a little segmentation. It's kind of cool. But again, I don't think that's traditional or that's how he did it. So tying that off there, we'll cut it off. Now, because of all that tie-in there, it got a little rough, so I just smoothed out that zone for the hackle, for the winding of the hackle. So grab it by the tip, and we're gonna do a couple wraps and tight touching turns here, and then begin to palmer back through that thorax zone to the waiting thread and catch that in. And then I'm gonna wiggle my way through the hackle up to the eye, and that makes a really, really strong fly. The silk is waxed as well, which gives it a lot of grip, and as that silk and the wax on it hardens, it makes it really, really strong. Particularly in a trout stream where the water's cold, it's going to make that wax even harder. A little whip finish there. I'm going to do a second one just to make the head a little bigger, actually, not because of any sort of need for one. And as you see there, so the silk broke. That's one of the issues with YLI, especially when it's waxed with a tight whip finish, especially doing 2 there. It rubs a lot and frays it, so it makes it weak. And well, thank you very much. Support, subscribe. Any questions, let me know. Thanks. Take care. Bye.